Here we are on at the entrance to one of the walking paths in Seoul on one of the small mountains, and it's something I really strongly recommend. It's one of the really beautiful things about living in the city. If you're lucky, you live close to a mountain, and if not, you might have to take a subway a few stops to get to one. But because the country is so mountainous, the city itself is just filled with these natural walking trails. Traditionally, Koreans didn't have access so much to 수영장, to 헬스장, etc., to sports clubs and swimming clubs and so forth. And walking was the way they enjoyed themselves and got out and saw nature. So let's just take a look a little bit and just get some of the experience of walking on one of these 산책길. Right now it's 6:35 in the evening. It's August the 26th, so it's just about the end of summer, and you can feel that change in the air. What happened because of the way Koreans divide Gecheol, their seasons, into 24 sort of discrete units. Summer itself, what they call Yeram, summer, lasts a short time, just at the beginning of August, but because of the tremendous humidity and heat and then tremendous rainfalls that occurred late in August, that sort of resembled the second Jangma, the air as a result after the rain became very, very clear, unusually so for Korea. And now there's it's been quite a hot day. It's been a very hot day, but it's that sort of intense heat with a bit of a substrate of coolness to it. And you can tell in the evening it's going to get cool. And there's sort of an aridness suddenly to the air, and that feeling of an ending. So we're now walking back to where we came from, just the entrance. The crickets are still singing. But it's a very end of summer kind of sound here. It reminds me a lot of the summer sounds in Canada, but of course what I didn't get in Canada was the tremendous drone of the cicadas, and that is it's not entirely finished, obviously. They've still got a bit of vim and vigor in them, but for the most part, you really do feel that the summer is winding down, and that tendency that I mentioned before to sort of distinguish between seasonal change in a much more sort of refined kind of way than Westerners do makes a lot of sense. You can, if you start paying attention to the seasons as they change in Korea and the way that Koreans experience them, you can understand why they have so many different terms for seasonal change. It's a little bit like Eskimos, I guess, with Inuit, with their different terms for the many kinds of snow. It's an interesting cultural manifestation of a particular of a particular collective mindset, a cultural mindset.